few contents created for men. But does the society assume that being a man that you automatically know almost everything? Well, it's so interesting to know that these expectations really start from a very tender age. As a boy of 3 years old, if you're crying, they'll go like this, "Why are you crying? Be a man." If someone offends you in high school or university, they'll say, "Be a man." Like, how can you continue to be a man just like that? That is the reality. That is the expectations. And so, how can men continue to remain relevant in this world where the expectations is so high? Well, welcome to a Bible Facts, and today our content is made for men, the folks, gender, but women are also welcome in to learn one or two things, also to normalize that expectations from men. And so all these topics, why the society expects so much expectations from men, why there's few contents created for men, and what can men do to remain relevant in this high world of expectations. I would answer those questions. I'm going to use the life of Daniel to provide answers to this question. As always, I love to tell the number of chapters in the book of the Bible, as well as the number of verses in the book of the Bible. In the book of Daniel, we'll have 12 chapters, and also we have 385 verses. It's something you want to learn. I'm currently studying the book of Daniel. It's such an interesting read. And so go jump into the book of Daniel and let's explore together. As always, my talk point is on people. I also talk on the places mentioned in the book, and then on the story aspect, I will bring all the answers to all this curiosity, and let's stop these high expectations from the male gender. They're just human, right? So in the people mentioned in the book of Daniel, obviously, it starts with Daniel himself. So Daniel is mentioned in the book of Daniel. And then we go to Daniel's friend Shadrach. Shadrach was mentioned, and Abednego, and Meshach. Meshach was mentioned in the book of Daniel. But is that all? No. There are also 4 kings. I'm not going to mention them now, but you can find that when you explore. There are 4 kings that were also mentioned in the book of Daniel: Nebuchadnezzar, Darius, Cyprus was also mentioned in the book of Daniel, and Belshazzar. Those are the prominent 4 kings that were mentioned in the book of Daniel. But you see, I'm answering how can men remain relevant across times, and when they feel exhausted, what should they do? Should they just keep sucking it up? How can they refill? They are human. What should they do? Yes, if they don't like to open up their weaknesses, is it a bad thing to be weak as a man? And to the female gender, if you have some men around you and they are weak, don't kill them, don't judge them. They are just human. We're here to support them, we're here to help them. How then can they continue to remain relevant across age, across time, and across seasons of their life? And so in the book of Daniel, we have Babylon, if you want to mention it that way, but it's not Babylon, it's Babylon. Babylon was mentioned in Judah. Obviously, that was where they caught them from. They're not criminals, but they are captives. Yeah. And so we go now to our stories. I was able to save more space, and so I push it because this is where the sweet juice is going to come from. Stories. Yeah. Our anchor point is Daniel. What about Daniel? So, how did Daniel remain relevant across 4 kings? What did he do? Can these things be replicable in our age today? Can these things go on here? Oh yeah. So Daniel, I'll tell you the story. When Daniel realized, captives were going straight to Babylon, In that instant, he started sorting out his friends. It was like, oh, what am I going to do? How can I stay safe? How can I stay sane? The first thing that Daniel did was to choose his friends. You know, our guys, everybody, they go to play soccer, they have friends. They go to school, they now have friends. They just pick friends, like, you know, they pick them. You need to choose your friends. You need to choose friends that have the same value as you have. And you also need to stay with friends. You cannot be a lone ranger. I am a quiet boy. I love to be on my own. I love to do things myself. You are going to wound yourself. You're going to wound your emotions. You're going to make wrong choices because you are so isolated. You will not know that you're isolated. You don't have people around you. You don't talk to people. Your mouth is so zipped. And why are you zipping up those emotions? Why are you zipping up those things? You're zipping it up. Choose your friends of value so that when you get shocked, you are able to express yourself to them. Was that all? It didn't end there. When Daniel chose this friend, did that stop there? No. He layered up. It's okay to choose your friend, but it's very important to layer up. You cannot be on the same level. You cannot be on the same level with your friends. He layered up his values. Yes, I have found friends that have similar value, but in order to remain relevant, you need to add to it. You know how the Bible said, add to your knowledge this, add to this, you need to add to it. He layered up on his value. How did he layer up on his value? He said in Daniel chapter 1 verse 8, verse 1, verse 8, Daniel, he proposed in his heart that I'm not going to defile myself. And so he atomized his values. He knew the first value is defilement. What are those things that can defile you? What are those things that can bring, is it that the things that can defile you from within, or the things that can bring defilement to you? He numbered them. He said, this one is going to defile me. It's an external source. I've been able to clean up within, but what are those things that can defile me externally? He identified them. Don't just assume that you know what defilement is. Pause right now. What are those things that can defile you? I want to piggyback on the message Apostle Selman preached last week Sunday on little forces. If you've not watched that message, I want you to go search for it. Little forces. These are some of the things that can bring defilement to you, either within. And when this defilement comes, do you know what it's going for? It's not going for you as a person. It's not going for you as anything. It's going to eat on your values. And when it conquers your values, your strength is gone. The previous Bible fact, we talked about Samson and Delilah. Samson, he understood that these are my values, but he really didn't care about his values. He did not pay attention to those values. So when there was threat against the values, that's okay, I don't care. So be mindful of your values so that when there are threats against your values, you're able to quickly build a defense system around those threats, around your values. What else did Daniel do to remain relevant? I just love this. He was faithful to his commitment. To his commitment. Daniel was faithful to his commitment. He did not allow time or location or people or pressure. The king said this, did not change his commitment. The king said that, did not change his commitment. See, guys, I know it's not an easy word for men right now. There's so much pressure on you guys. For those few that have identified their values, for those few that have made up their mind to remain committed to their values, things would come to pressure your commitment, but remain faithful to it. Remain faithful to your commitment, because your connection with the kingdom, your connection with God, it is not the church that you are attending. Your connection with God is not the things that you do from the house of God. Your connection with God, your lifeline, is your commitment. Your commitment to this value, that is what is it? That is the power line that sustains you, that keeps you sane. And so when you see things coming to, first of all, eats your commitment to your value, then that is where you need to stop it. One of the things that worked against Samson was that, we're going to put the link to the previous video, Samson and Delilah, on this, and so you want to watch it. When the parents of Samson told him, no, but God said, they were committed to the values. They were committed to staying within Bethlehem. They were committed to staying within Israel. But God said, Samson said, forget it, leave me alone. This woman pleases me. It broke the first law of commitment, right, to those values. So you want to pause right now again. Have you broken the code? What is the code for a good guy? Your commitment. It's okay if you've broken it, restore the broken commitment. Was that all Daniel did? Nope. That was not all. Well, with all his actions, I just love God because, as the Bible said, he is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. You see this seeking God, right? It's so personalized. It is not church, leave it. It is not how often you go to church. It's not all the things. You are a worker, you are a usher, you are a chorister, you are this. You go for retreat, you cannot sit down to listen to one message. You are climbing, you are doing this. We love it. But your commitment, have you broken it? So you can do a whole lot of things in the house of God, but when your commitment is not the same, that is when there is problem. So what happened? Daniel, he received reward for his commitment. He was rewarded. What did God do to Daniel? God rewarded him. How did God reward him? God gave him skills in learning. What else did God do? God gave him wisdom. What else did God do to Daniel? God gave him understanding. Understanding of dreams and visions. So, Yoyo, how is this relevant to me today? Guy, if you're watching to this point, you're not alone. All that you need to stand out, all that you need to remain relevant has been deposited in you. But there's something that would activate it. Your commitment and your value system will activate it. And when it is activated, there is reward for you. There is reward. It is all this that will keep you relevant. Like I said, how can men continue to meet the expectations in the society? What is your commitment? What is your value system? What have you received from the Lord? Right now, don't listen to this and say, oh, you're one of those content creators. No, I am a content creator, but I'm real. In you lies something. Yes. A has his own, B has his own. What do you have? Leave A alone, leave B alone. Shut your mind to the word of pressure. What do you have that is in your hands? That is what the Lord can use to make you relevant. So, I know some people, they have so many contents in their mind, right? They are pressured. Oh, I don't know how to speak English. You are not alone. Oh, I don't know how to design. We don't need designing. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Leave all those many things that you don't know how to do. The one that you know how to do, do it. Yes, it was it. What else? Daniel, he expressed the gift that he has received. He expressed the gift. Don't just receive gift. Don't just be a good person. You've gone to high school, you've gone to university, you're working, you've worked for 2 years, you've worked for 5 years. There is a gift inside you. Express it. Say no to timidity. The gift, it's in you. Your greatness is in you. Guy, leave those people that has all the 10 million cars and 10 million naira. The 1 naira you have in your hands, that is what you have. Let's grind it. Let's turn it into something, right? And so it's also interesting to know that Daniel, he depended on God to express his gift. He depended on God to express his gift. He did not say, oh yeah, I received skill from the Lord. I received wisdom from the Lord. Yeah, I can do all things. I can be myself. No, there was a tie. How did they depend on God? Daniel said, if you want to kill me, I'm going to pray. Across the 4 kings, he was tempted by Nebuchadnezzar, right? What was the temptation? They told him, come, guy, if you don't bow to this image, we will throw you inside fire. He said, too late, I'm already committed. I've made my commitment. If friends want to go, let them go. If things want to go, let things go. Your commitment is more important than the physical. So your commitment, that is what will sustain you. And so they threw them into fire. I thought we threw 3 people. What's going on? He was committed. And so when you say Daniel, you say Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were still friends. So the friends that you decided to choose, which they should be able to stand the test of time with you. And when you realize that my friend is not changing in value, is their value system has changed, they're no longer committed to their values anymore, don't be too afraid to walk away. Protect and guard your heart. That is your responsibility. It's not the responsibility of your friends. What else did he do? Daniel was told during King Darius, don't pray. Well, like, okay, you think I will pray? I would not just pray. I would open the window and pray. Do you understand? And so your commitment will be questioned. It can come through self-doubt. It can come through your own friends. It can come through time and situations around your life. But don't give up, right? Just like Daniel started well. He started well. Yeah. Daniel started well. And what happened? He ended well. It's a commitment. You have to commit today that I'm going to start well. It doesn't really matter. If you're 40, you can start again. If you're 50, you can start again. If you're 22, you can start again. If you're 27, you can start again. If you're 32, 33, you can start again. It really doesn't matter. The age of Daniel was not mentioned, right? But he lived and he continued to remain in his commitment. And during Cyprus reign, you see why I like him? He said, I fainted. He was sick. But that sickness did not allow him to drift from his commitment. And that brings us to the end of our Bible facts today. Start well, end well. Go back to your commitment, list your values, define it, and protect your commitment. It's your duty. And as you do, there is reward for every of your commitment. As always, I love you, and may the Lord bless you. Amen.